Hello and welcome to another cast. This one I found on forum, and as you can see the rating, it's gonna be a high level team game on a map called Planet Lattice. And it's actually a quite nice map for 4v4, as much as I can say. Not that many maxes, so you can't eco her that much as on every other map. Some trees to reclaim mixed with rocks you definitely wanna get. So there's reason why to go to the middle, since there's a lot of them. Also some place to drop like here, well I guess that's actually the only spot. Also some water where you can hide your ACU, and when I played it I'll also use this water as a cybrand to start producing destroyers and just walk into enemy base. That's actually fun to do, but unfortunately we won't see that in this game since there is no cybrand. So let's introduce the teams. So starting at the bottom we have Lionlass and Destiny Potato, I guess that's Bloodier, Zok and Postal, and on the top Kagaita, sorry, Newton per square meter, Embers and Icy Nightmare. I guess this might have been some random balance, since the new balance works like if you have two high rated players and you put one low rated. You got those two high rated together. This might have been the case. So for the beginning, AC expanding as you would expect them. I'm going to the middle. Zok is staying at the base and looks like he's planning to go to the top. Meanwhile, Postal is gonna go somewhere between. And we have two Aeons here, so I wouldn't be surprised if I saw some early T3 and Harbingers. Zok is in the back as UEF, and as you can see already start ecoing, since you can get quite a lot of mass from reclaiming those. Especially if you use attack move to not break the trees, you can do that on this map as well. Some first scouting, Kagaita also funding to the left. So it looks like he's gonna go to the left and he will meet Zok there, and Newton per square meter is staying in the base, not really using his ACU for now. He's going to drop somewhere, I guess that's gonna be to the left. Icy and Lionlass will meet at the bottom. Icy will do some land spam T1. Also going for his own air factory, which is pretty common to do as Aeon, since you need protection over your units. And also if you facing Aeon, some bombers can really kill the opponent's army, but he's also Aeon, so air definitely needed. They got one NG got killed here, but Tang defending for now. Looks like Destiny Potato is going for a gun upgrade, and I guess that would be the range, since that will give nice advantage. Let's see. Come on, finish it. And yes, it is the range. So now he's gonna go to the middle with the range upgrade, and Postal is gonna be joining him. So meanwhile, there is a drop from top team, but Bomber is already on case, killing one NG. Some micro from Zok, and very successful micro. Even when the UEF Bomber is not the best one to micro, he managed to do a double bomb and kill off those NGs. So nice, well done from him. Now he's on upgrade as well. He's going for a gun, but well, he does not really have that much power. Just Hydro and few pigeons, so I'm not sure. I guess he's relying on allies overflow, so he's gonna do that from that energy, but I still think it's gonna take a lot of time. And he's gonna drop NGs to the top corner, trying to secure it. But I'm not sure how successful that is gonna be, since Katagia is already spamming units, and looks like Postley is gonna go to the center with his units. And he didn't really decide yet what to do with his ACU, and that's okay, so now he decided for the gun upgrade. And worst thing he could done is just to run from one side to another. But now he knows what his plan is, so now it's nice to get a factory here with the ACU and start reclaiming. So you can keep reclaiming everything while you fight over it as well. So even if you lose, you will get something from it. And now the range will come handy. You can see, can easily outrange the PD. And you can even scare your opponents with that. You have only the range, which is annoying, but you don't have the double gun, so you don't do that much damage. But sometimes the opponent got scared and they thought you have both guns. Also T2 tanks now from Ember, so yes, there's also T2 NG, so I guess he's gonna use it soon for PDs. Meanwhile on top, Zog successfully dropped and managed to get a PD, but soon there's gonna be too much units that he can defend. He's still on the upgrade. Let's see how is his energy. For now it's just fine, but he has to pause it quite a lot. T2 maxes, and he's doing a really good job ecoing. Bloody also is not wasting time and ecoing. Now he's still doing problems with the gun, so one of these guys needs to either get a gun or start building T2 PDs. So there's the NG going for PDs and some to assist. Meanwhile at the bottom there's a lot of units from both Line Lass and IC, but Line Lass has much more units right now over there, so he should be able to win this fight. Some bomber could really decide this battle, but Line Lass is just building interceptors for now, and some AC on AC combat. No upgrade, 1 PD to retreat to, so IC feels really safe, and he already get one factory, so he's gonna be getting some of the reclaim and more reinforcements. Yeah, this position is being overrun by Kagaita. And Zog is still on the upgrade. I haven't finished the gun yet. Postal has his gun and he is attacking, but he's gonna need overcharges against all those T2 tanks. And there's gonna be a gun upgrade for Empress as well. Okay, so now they both have a gun, but soon there's gonna be T2 PD, I guess. Postal should be really using his ACU in combat, since he has a lot of NGs to build any anti-air he would want to. And Destiny Potato is doing the right thing, he's staying on the range, he has much better range than this Gant ACU, so with proper kiting you can be shooting him all the time. Now we have T2 for Icy, he also got 2 T2 maxes working on third. Still has some things to reclaim, he could build more engines there. And Lioneless is not on T2 yet, as far as I can see, and Bloody going for T2 air. So for now he's gonna be the one who's doing a power, meanwhile Zok is just keep going, now going for T3 max, not building any units right now. Now he's gonna use the Gant ACU. He already got some kills, but there's just too many units. He can do some damage, he can also hide in water if he needs to, but those units can go just around, so Postal is forced to send more reinforcements on the side, which leaves the middle open, but they already secured most of it, so this can be a success. They got most of the mass and they're trying to reclaim the rest, and since if they keep this position, there's not that much to fight for. The maxes are more on the side, so they can just keep at this position. No need to attack much more. Only kill those 2 maxes and they already have the advantage. Now Lioneless and Icy are both low on HP, and they still have just few units left. This battle at the bottom is still continuing, and yes, Lioneless is already sending NGs to reclaim it. So looks like he's gonna secure this mass field. As you can see, there's quite a lot of that units, and that will allow him to boost his eco, since for now he's the last one. He wasn't ecoing that much, but this fight will decide it. Also a T2 factory going up right here to some quick T2 reinforcements. Zuk is now using his ACU, but he needs to be careful, he can't just run into all those units. And he's gonna lose the fight on the left side, so there's just too many units to handle, and now also Kagaita with his gun upgrades gonna cause some problems. Bloody is hiding in the water for now. They don't feel like securing the middle anymore. There's T2 PD creep going on by Embers, and also an upgrade on Newton per square meter, and not sure what that was. I guess it was a gun, since he had a T2. Let's check. T2, yes, T2 and the gun. So they're gonna be pushing right now, and there aren't really any big defenses, just Postal is getting his T2, so he's gonna have strong ACU. And since they have a T2 in the middle, they could build some TML. Let's check the range on the TML. Yeah, and from this position, which is not that far, they can secure it easily. They can hit all 3 bases and force everyone to build TMD. Some T1 PD is going down left side, but that is not gonna be a problem for the artillery and Gant ACU. Also, Embers move his T2 units to the side, so there's even more problems for Zog. And yeah, he knows the T2 unit, so he can't use his ACU to go anywhere. He needs to stay close to the water or retreat to those PDs. Meanwhile, Lioneless successfully killed this firebase from Icy, so he will get even more reclaim. As you can see, he's already catching up on score, catching up on eco. So so now it's on IC to do the next step and reclaim it back. So now both Post and Zuck are going to be in the left side, which leaves the middle open, and this one PD will not be enough against Gunned ACU and T2 and Gun. Also the T2 tanks are coming with some reinforcement mobile missile launchers. For now looks like they have air control, since there's not that much air from Newton per square meter. He finished his another PGen. I guess he could go soon RAS, but since he has his ACU in the middle, I guess he won't go for RAS soon. And now, as you can see, Zuck is forced to stay next to the water, not to die. These two PDs are gonna get killed pretty easily, which will leave this side open. Posta is trying to build a T2 PD to secure this position, but there's too many PDs, and I guess he does not have mass for now for the PD, so he's gonna need to use his ACU, but these two ACUs should be able to defend this push, since there's only one Gunned ACU that is damaged. So they could even try to head off Katagia by going to the top and then to the left. And if he was pushing like this, they don't need to defend the base that much. There are gonna be enough PDs and units to defend it, so they just need to cut him off. They have two ACUs. They could overcharge those T2 units and then just kill him. But looks like he's dead anyway. Meanwhile, Lionlas is really pushing on the side, but I think IC will be able to defend. Now all the units are coming, so they need to overcharge all the T2 units. And maybe Katagia will get away, but one Mercy would finish him. Yeah, these ACUs are really safe against all those units, so now Bloody could just build one Mercy. Since now there is no anti-air, as you can see, no air coming as a reinforcement, so one or better two Mercies to be sure, thanks to the regen. So one fight, but they could have killed the ACU as well. Meanwhile, Zuck dropped some Sparkies trying to reclaim this position, but since Kagaita is spamming so many units, he is able to kill pretty much everything there, and he should be able to secure it back. There's still Kagaita, just wanting to die, waiting to be sniped, but Destiny Potato is not going for that kill. So meanwhile, IC successfully defended his base, but right now he's down to 4 maxes, so he needs to reclaim this one back immediately, also get the reclaim. And there's still some trees and rocks left for Lionlas, so he's gonna be getting even more advantage. He reclaimed all this. Let's compare the reclaim numbers. Almost 9,000 against IC only 4,000, so that's already a big difference. So Lionlas needs to stop the T1 spam, and that's exactly what he did, and focus on the eco, because right now IC needs to attack. And now there's the TML, and so far TMD in the base, not yet. There's gonna be TMD soon in the front, let's see if it's enough. Also TMD going for Lionlas, but he also needs to secure his base, and T2NG well, so left side is secure thanks to TMDs in the front. I guess this TMD, I mean the TML, is a bit late. If it was built earlier, it could have done much more damage. Kagaita is getting a T2 upgrades to get some HP back, and he's recaptured the top left corner meanwhile. On the eco side, Zuck is doing the best job for now, since he was upgrading T3 max very soon, and looks like he already got 3, 4, 4 and 5th max going up as well. And going straight for Fat Boy is a nice choice. Meanwhile, Destiny Potato is going for Ras upgrade, so he's gonna be the air player in this team. And Newton per square meter is not really going for Ras right now, since he was in the middle and that's not the best place to go for Ras, so he had to build more T2 pigeons, and now going straight for T3 pigeon. And he's really fast stalling. He has all the maxes on T2, which is kinda strange to me since he didn't build really much units, just the T2 in the middle, so he could have afforded to go T3 max. He's on the same position as Zuck, and you can see that Zuck also didn't do units, but he made a T3 maxes. And meanwhile, Newton per square meter did not really do the maxes, so now in real disadvantage, and he needs to finish the max first before going strat. As you can see, it takes a lot of time to build a strat. You don't have eco for that. This mobile missile launcher has just scored a couple of TMDs, but not really doing any damage, so now they need to come with some T3, and hopefully Embers is all okay. He's not going for T3 yet, but there's a T3 from Kagaita, but I guess he's gonna be sending most of his units to the left side, and looks like he's gonna push again, this time with the ACU and securing also this side with few PDs. Zuck is on upgrade, he's getting a T2 I guess, and working on his Fat Boy, but now he's forced to build some Titans since there's just too many units and not enough defenses. Also, Postal is gonna be forced to move his ACU, I would say. Zuck already cancelled his upgrade and he needs to be fighting. And Titans will kill few units, but since there are T2 bots already, the Titans will not be that much successful since they're not that good against the T2. But Kagaita not really choosing to fight right now. He's giving more time to bottom team to regroup. Also, I see for now he built the team TML, so he's gonna try to snipe some of the maxes, but that won't change that much. The thing he would really need to do would be rush the T3, which he has, and capture his back, kill as many units as he can, do a damage push Lionel's back before he gets his T3, and take back the maxes, because he left a lot of reclaim behind him and also quite a lot of map, and Lionel's didn't waste time and reclaim it all. I'm sorry for that. So let's get back to game. Like, Zog has quite a few Titans, but that is not problem for ACU and T2 PDs, so he needs to pay attention to them, not to lose them for no reason. Meanwhile, the Fat Boy is gonna be finished really soon, and Blooder is working on T3 Air. He got double RAS, which is much better than going for T3 Pigeons, and as you can see, there's not that much air for Pascal, and he has issues. He needs to finish the P-Gen first before going heavily in T3 air. Now he's catching up with mass income, but he's still behind. Destiny Potato and Zog so much ahead. Now there's the push, but this is really bad when your units are streaming like that. He needs to regroup. He can't push like this. This is just free veterancy for this ACU and the Titans. But also I would say he waited too long and there's not enough high-tech units to do any push. The Titans will clean up T1 easily and ACU with overcharges will kill everything else. Also, if he really wanted to push, he could have used the ACU, but that's also won't be option anymore since there's gonna be the experimental soon. I'm not sure how much they've scouted it, but also when you come to the 20 minutes, it's starting to be dangerous using your ACU only if you scout a lot, because some surprising T3 can kill you easily. It's like I see sneaked some T2 units. I must have missed that since I don't know where he came from. Maybe through the middle. So he's gonna kill one max. He will force some gunships. The Harbingers are retreating. Some T1 PDs. So nice try, but the Fat Boy is now down. Postal is still fighting, and this shouldn't be a problem for him. And as long as he does not get sniped by air, which is not an option right now, he's gonna be safe. This is gonna be just nice veterancy and helping him later surviving, gain some strats or anything else. Okay, so Fatboy is down. There's really nothing what could stab it in the middle or on the side. Also, it has air control, so air support will not be any problem. There's enough T3 to win the fight. And now since I would say just waited too long, and now he's not gonna have enough eco to compete with Lionelas as well, so Lionelas will be able to outspam him with his own Harbingers. Also, I think he needs to really retreat with the ACU. This is too dangerous to have the T1 ACU in the front. No Omni yet for the bottom team, but they could definitely afford it. Some nice Omni, for example, in this base would be really great. It would give them intel over all over the map. And Fatboy is moving to the middle, and what is this upgrade? That was a RAS upgrade, so second RAS down for Newton per square meter, and now he will be able to spam enough T3 air to compete with Destiny Potato, but now they're gonna have serious problems with the Fatboy, and so far I don't see anything that could stop the Fatboy. IC is already behind, he will have some hard times against Lionelas. Embers is mostly on T2, now he got a T3, so that's first Persila and first T3 NG. There's Yota started. That might be one option how to kill a Fatboy, but Fatboy can always guide him and retreat. And if you have just a Fatboy against Yota fight and you turn your Fatboy in time, the Fatboy should win and kill the Yota in time. Okay, so the middle is gonna be one for the bottom team. Postal could send already his T1 NGs and start reclaiming everything that was left. Also, Kagaita can pretty much control his T1 units. and reclay them to boost his eco and to finish the Iota faster, since he can't really use any of the T1 units against the Fat Boy. But at least he managed to secure this side, so he has advantage of some extra maxes. So for now they need to come with some counter to this Fat Boy, and I guess the only option for now is Iota and hope that it won't get scouted. So Fat Boy is going to the right side. There are just 3 Percivals and, well, 5 Harbingers. Another option how to kill Fat Boy when it does not have too many defenses is to get a transport and drop the Percivals under the shield, or even the Harbingers. And since there is not the T3 UEFR, it would be a bit harder, but I guess the Aeon transport would do the job as well. But dropping just Continental full of Percies under the shield is the best. And Destiny Potato wouldn't really have time to counter that drop. Okay, and now as you can see, this person got under the shield, and if you get under the shield you can kill the Fat Boy easily. But now it's too late, there's already air. And Zuck is using the Fat Boy as a factory to build Sparkies and get himself a T2 shield. It's very nice to see. Well, there's the push on the left side, quite a lot of T3 tanks, but Poster should be able to overcharge them. And they are nicely grouped. So the Fat Boy is getting a T2 shields, also TMDs. Air can't really be a problem for the Fat Boy. Now Postal needs to be overcharging like crazy to survive this. Okay, so just 3 or 2 T3 tanks, that should be, yeah, another extra veterancy for him. Okay, so he's gonna be fine. The shields are working really well for the Fat Boy, but there needs to be much more shields. Looks like Newton per square meter wanted to overcharge the Fat Boy, but there were just too many gun chips, and also the Fat Boy has quite nice damage, so that's not an option. Zuck is trying ground fire, but this water is just too deep. You can see that will not work. Meanwhile, Icy was pushed down really deep in his base, but right now he has advantage of more Harbingers, also some Percivals, so he can kill off quite a lot of these units, and the Iota is coming right now, so the Fat Boy will need to retreat. But there is no now flag is coming, so the restorers should be killed by the flag. And the Fat Boy will need to hide in water. And actually, I'm not sure how much damage is the torpedoes on the Fat Boy, but he might be able to kill the Newton per square meter with the torpedoes, and he's also going for Sparkies to build a torpedo launcher. And Newton per square meter is pretty trapped in this situation because he can't go away from the water, and also evacuation by air is not an option since Destiny Potato has the air control. The Iota is slowly dying to all those restorers, but they should be killed really soon, and also the Iota will counter all these units on the right side. Let's see the damage. And looks like the torpedo damage should be enough to kill the Newton per square meter, and I don't know if Fat Boy can also kill it, the Newton per square meter, by going over him. He could have definitely tried. but now the situation is shifting and Fatboy is gonna be trapped there. But it's still the Newton per square meter. He needs to be careful since the damage on the Fatboy is real, and this might be the first kill for Fatboy in water. I haven't seen this yet. Fatboy killing the ACU with torpedoes. That's not really something you see every day. Fatboy shield is back online with some veterancy, so it's really safe for now. And the Fatboy is also forcing the Yotas to stay close. And Newton per square meter is almost dead, but he's gonna escape. Apologies again. So let's get back. Looks like Newton per square meter is gonna escape, but the Fatboy can afford to go out and finish him off. And also all the restorers. Just the restorers will be enough. So the trap worked. He is dead, and the Fatboy does not need to go out of the water. He should stay in the water because this Iota and all the Harbingers will kill it easily. There is no need to waste the Fatboy. I'm not sure what Zog was trying to do right now, but those major mistakes. Just being in the water, he would force the Iota to stay there and also D3 units. Or he could try to escape maybe, or just play with the Iota a bit. And nuke coming online for Zog. Also,
Strategic
no,
launch
second
detected.
nuke. Looks like I'm missing things. And nuke also from Destiny Potato. And he's gonna nuke. Is he gonna nuke? Maybe Embers or.
Strategic
Okay, so
launch
that's one
detected.
kill. And Zog also with the nuke. So base is gonna go down for Embers and also from Kagaita, and looks like this is gonna be the game over. So unfortunately we didn't see Fatboy getting the kill, but it was really close to it. Now the top tier has pretty much just this Iota, but that's gonna be killed easily. So yes, they giving up now. Definitely a nice game. I hope you enjoyed as well. Well played for Budden team, and I hope to see some more of these games. Okay, that's all for this video. See you later.